Someone needs to have a word with Ted, though. Where's that fucker getting a reindeer from? Where do you even buy a fucking reindeer? Can you buy a reindeer? Maybe in America, but I never like looked in a magazine or gone to a fucking pet shop and seen a reindeer for sale. And welcome back, guys, to another episode of Six and Below. This week, we're on a journey around Minneapolis, looking for a Turbo Man toy. I'm Erik. This is Darren.
Welcome in to Six and Below Movie Podcast.
Cue the intro. Okay, Darren, do you want to take us through the vitals for this film?
Certainly will, mate. So the vitals for this film is released in 1996, IMDb rating of 5.7, Metacritic of 34. The budget was 75 million. However, Arnie's paycheck on this was 20 million.
Woo! Jesus Christ.
Big chunk out of the bloody budget.
Height of his fame, though, wasn't it, at this point?
Say a 20 million film, isn't it? He's on. Even some of the crappy ones, because this was the part of his career when he started doing like goofball comedies like Twins, Kindergarten Cop, and there's another one or two, isn't there?
He was going a bit more family friendly at this point, wasn't he? With, yeah, like you say, with Twins. Amazing film. No, I like Twins. Got a little soft spot for Twins. What was the other one? What was that one where he has the baby?
Oh my God.
Do you remember that one?
I forgot about that one.
What was that called now?
I don't know, but it's got to be below 6.
When Arnie has a fucking baby. Only in the 90s, my mate. What's that called? What's that film called? Jesus.
I've got to me head in now. What is it?
It's called, though.
Whilst you're doing a little bit of research there regarding the pregnant Arnold Schwarzenegger film, if you know, let us know down in the comments. You might be able to beat Erik on this. So the box office, it grossed 129 million worldwide. Other top grossing films in 1996 included Independence Day with 306 million, Twister, 241 million, and Mission Impossible, 180 million.
Ooh,
Really
nice.
good films in that year. This movie was ranked 23rd, and it actually beat the following films: The Cable Guy, Happy Gilmore, and Mars Attacks.
It beat them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Grossed more than them in the box office. And I was actually thought that Mars Attacks would have been below 6.
Yeah, that is a fucking shy film.
Oh, it's a great film. I love it. Jack Black. Jack Black's in that film as well.
Oh no, yeah, he plays that army cadet guy, doesn't
Yeah.
he? The one that, yeah.
One of his
Doesn't
first
he
films.
doesn't he like pick up his gun and fucking gets vaporized straight away?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
But that was a 6.4. Did you manage to find that film?
Yeah, it was Junior from 1994. It was
What's the rating?
4.7. I'm not surprised.
Ooh. If you want Junior to be on this podcast and you actually want us to, well, you know, relive the hell of that film, let us know down in comments. Just put Junior, please.
I
And
kind of want to watch it, to be honest.
I'll
so,
stick it
yeah,
on the list.
Please,
You actually
please
want to
do.
watch it?
I do want to watch it. Yeah. I've not seen that film probably since 1995, and it was a bit confusing as a kid, if I remember rightly. But I want to see Annie pregnant, don't you?
Not really, if I'm being honest with you.
Mate, the other one that surprised me of Arnie's that was a below 6 was End of Days. You ever seen that film?
I have, yeah, but I can't think of it off the top of my head, though.
It came out in 99 and it's about like the Antichrist and all stuff like that. But I love that film. I was surprised when I seen it was below 6.
Oh, is it?
And The Sixth Day as well. Seen that one?
Is
The
that
one-
below 6?
That's a 5.9, yeah.
Oh, I'm going to have to add that onto our list.
So we're going to have to, might have some more Arnie films coming up on this one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Put that cookie down!
Put that cookie down. What's that, Kindergarten Cop?
You don't know where that's from?
Is it from Kindergarten Cop?
What film are we reviewing today?
Oh shit, it is, isn't it? Oh fuck yeah! When Ted's eating his cookies, having a nibble on his wife's biscuit.
Having a nibble, mate. Okay, do you want to give us who it's directed by and written?
Yeah, so it was directed by a guy called Brian Levant, who does have a few other films that you might be familiar with under his belt. None of them are very good, like. So we've got Beethoven from
That
the
is a
90s.
classic.
That's 5.7. He directed that in 1992.
I love that film. I absolutely loved it as a kid. I mean, it's because of that film, I really want a Saint Bernard dog.
I thought that film would have put you off.
Oh, no.
It
I love that
destroys
dog.
the house, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, completely. Just drools everywhere, doesn't it? But
That one was so good, it got a sequel, didn't it?
yeah.
But yeah, no, that's a 5.7, so we could add that to the list if you want to watch it again. And then he also directed The Flintstones from 1994.
Garbage.
I don't know. I like that. Again, when I was a kid, it was kind of it was kind of what was deemed as a good film back then. What else has he done? Snow Dogs. Don't know if you've ever seen that.
No, I've not seen that one.
The Spy Next Door. And another one that I found out reviewing this film, looking at Brian Levant's back catalogue, is it looks like there's another Police Academy film in development. There's not many details about it, but that would be interesting, because what would it be like? Police Academy 3000 or something? Because there's been like 1 million of them already, hasn't there?
There's been a fair few. I think it's like 19 or something at least.
Oh, I'm just looking now, actually. It says this would be the 8th installment in the comedy series. The Police Academy 8, basically. Apparently it's in development and it's being directed by this guy.
Here's one for you. Would they actually do it as like Police Academy 8, or would it be a whole revamp?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I say, there's not many details on it that I could find, other than it was directed by and who wrote it, but it doesn't say who stars in it or anything. Not that I could find. Not that I did much research trying to find it. I just literally seen it on IMDb and thought, that's interesting. But then we got the writers for this as well. So it was written by Randy Cornfield. So if you've ever been to a cornfield and got Randy, this is the guy you want to see.
But it's Cornfield with a K, isn't it?
Yeah. So this guy wrote Eight-Legged Freaks, the one with David Arquette from like 2001, 2002.
I remember seeing that when I went to the cinema. I didn't see the actual film. I seen the movie poster when I was watching something else. I just thought, no.
I've
looks
seen
really
it,
bad.
and I don't remember it being too bad. It was a little bit, I think, giant spiders, if I remember right.
Yeah.
But yeah, but that's a 5.5. So that could be on there. Other than that, I can't really see that he's wrote anything that I recognised. I don't think any of the films he's written have gone above a 6 on IMDb, so we could literally do a Randy Cornfield special. Sounds like a title to a porno, that. Randy Cornfield special. But the producer of this, interestingly, was Chris Columbus, not the guy that discovered America, the producer. But he's known for producing quite a lot of good films. So most of the Harry Potter series, Percy Jackson films, Night of the Museum. So he's produced all these. So he does have a bit of a mixed bag in there. But yeah, so this was produced by him. So
interesting.
Yeah,
so the actors is Arnold Schwarzenegger as Howard, Sinbad as Myron, Phil Hartman as Ted, Rita Wilson as Liz, Jake Lloyd as Jamie, who went on to play Anakin Skywalker.
That's about all we can really say about that. Because we also have Jim Belushi as well.
Yes, making a little appearance.
Yeah. So
I've got that a little bit later on as well in my notes.
We've got a fairly good cast.
Phil Hartman as well. You might actually recognise him from playing the voice of Troy McClure and Fat Tony from The Simpsons. Yeah. But unfortunately, this was his last film on screen.
Go on, tell us.
Yeah, so what happened was it was a murder-suicide committed by his wife, who had a drug and alcohol addiction. And supposedly what happened was there was on a night out, I think it was like a producer-style party, and then she relapsed. They've gone home, they've had an argument, and he's gone to bed. She's gone up later on after carrying on drinking, shot him 3 times whilst the kids were in the house as well. And then she drove to a friend's house, told a friend everything what's happened. A friend didn't believe her, so he's drove around the house, seen the body, phoned the police. Then she's locked herself inside the bedroom where the body was, and then killed herself.
Okay, then. What the fuck?
Exactly. A little bit of a sad one, that, isn't it? Really sad.
Yeah.
Because he had a good career, and he had a good career ahead of him as well.
Yeah, definitely. Hey.
Talk about woman scorn.
I know, right? Fuck me. I knew like the situation behind him was bad, because I've heard about it before. I knew there was something going on regarding his wife, but I didn't realise it was to that extent, that the kids were home and shit as well.
Yeah, really bad it was. And on to our next part, Myron, who's played by Sinbad.
Yeah.
Do you know who the first pick was?
Oh, I know this. Joe Pesci.
Yes. But the only reason they didn't do it, because Joe Pesci is 5'3", and Arnold Schwarzenegger's 6'2". Yeah, Columbus didn't really want to rerun the joke, because they've done it already with Danny DeVito in Twins and Junior.
Yeah, because I was going to say that, because like, isn't Danny DeVito like basically like this big?
Yeah.
And they've done like 2 or 3 films together, haven't they? Yeah. So could you see Joe Pesci in this?
No. I think Sinbad played it really well, to be fair. And Sinbad is actual 6'4". So what Chris wanted was like two actors at the same height when they're next to each other.
Yeah.
And it was actual Arnold Schwarzenegger's agent what put his Sinbad's name forward.
I'm trying to think of what other films Sinbad had been in, but I had seen him in some when I was a kid. There was one particular one. Was it The First Kid?
Yeah, the President's Kid is in that one.
I liked him in that one. And I'm just having a look now. He was had some starring roles in like Coneheads. Jesus, Coneheads is a 5.4. How are these films so low? I loved these films as a kid. He's in Good Burger as well, but that one was pretty shit. That's a 5.8. But how's that? How's that higher than Coneheads?
I'm putting Coneheads on the list right now.
Put Coneheads on our list because I have fond memories of that film.
Adam Sandler's in that film as well, you know.
I'm not surprised because it was
a really young Adam Sandler.
Dan Aykroyd won it when was he still or just off Saturday Night Live? Because was it originally taken from a skit of Saturday Night Live or something like that?
I think it was, yeah.
So, oh Jesus.
So my missus was born in 1993. I'm gonna get her to watch Coneheads. So I don't think she's gonna like it. She's gonna go, oh my god, this joke and humour's really off. It was a different type of humour back then, wasn't it?
I bet though, like we'd watch it now and we'd probably realise how much humour went over our heads as a kid. That's why I like watching them type of films now as an adult. The ones I haven't watched since I was like a nipper, because you're like, oh my god, as if that was in the film. It's like, and some of it you think you wouldn't get away with that nowadays.
Saying that, actually, there's a new film just come out, an animated one called Leo, and it's an Adam Sandler film. Have you seen it?
No. Okay,
so Adam Sandler plays a lizard. And Bill Burr, the bald-headed comedian, he was always like, Bill Burr, sorry, he's playing a turtle, and they do quite a lot of like indie style jokes and stuff. You know what I mean, to the camera. It's quite funny.
Well, they started doing that a lot as well, like with like, do you remember like Shrek and stuff like that? They always had like a bit of tongue-in-cheek adult comedy in there, you know, something for the parents time.
Yeah, something would go over the kids' head. They wouldn't remember it or know about it, but the adults like, I'm with you. I'm with you. Right, should we get straight onto the film?
Yeah. So what were your initial thoughts of this one?
Just before we do start.
Yeah. Come on.
Okay. Did you notice that Arnold Schwarzenegger is dressed up as Santa on the cover for this film, like you can see here in the background, but he never wears a Santa outfit?
No, he doesn't. He fights a lot of Santas, but he doesn't wear the outfit.
Yeah.
Go on, do your best impression of Arnie then.
Get out to the chopper.
No, I mean match the picture.
Oh.
I don't know what face he's supposed to be pulling there. Is he angry? Has he just walked in on his wife being spanked by someone?
Yep, Ted.
Yeah, probably.
So we start off with the film, and Jamie is sat there watching Turbo Man, and he is just like the perfect customer for the toll.
This child is quite frankly the worst child in the history of cinema. My God, he's the most entitled little fucking brat I've ever seen. I've never wanted to reach into a screen and just strangle a child before. I'm not condoning abusing children, but this kid, Howard is going round on Christmas Eve looking for a fucking toy for this brat when really he needs to be locked away somewhere.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Definitely.
I mean, put him up for adoption.
And the Dementor, which I've got the new pop vinyl of the Dementor. Right? As you can see here, if you've never seen the film before. Right. By the way, spoilers throughout this for you. I mean, if you haven't seen this film, you're probably living under a rock because it's a classic film of Christmas. But, right, the Dementor. Why is the brain in a jar and it's only half full of fluid? Surely when he lies down and stuff, it would dry out the other half.
That is a good point. I maybe probably wouldn't think too much into that. And just going back to the word you used of this is a classic Christmas film.
It's a classic. Come on.
I wouldn't really call it a classic.
This is generally like one of the perfect films just to sit down, wrapping presents up to, where it's more of a background. You're not concentrating and watching it. It's there in the background and you're watching it. You can nip it in and out of the room. You're not missed anything, have you? Do you know what I mean?
No, you just described our podcast.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, but I definitely probably wouldn't put it in a classic Christmas category.
Honestly, how many times have you seen it?
I'd say probably 10 times.
Right, okay. It's been out 30 years, yeah?
Right.
And you've seen it
30 years?
Pretty much, well, just below, isn't it? We're in 2023 now. 96 it came out.
Not far off, yeah.
Right? So it's like 27 years it's been out, right? You've seen it at least 10 times.
All right, okay.
That vouches for itself.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I get what you mean. When, like you said, when there's nothing better on, and like you kind of want to get into the Christmas spirit, but maybe not too much. But to be honest, this film kind of promotes the wrong Christmas spirit.
Oh yeah,
the whole concept of the film is just blatant advertising to kids, capitalism, having a dad run round on Christmas Eve trying to find a toy because his bratty little fucking shite of a child decides that he wants that for Christmas. And then you've got all the scenes in the shops and stuff of all the horrible shoppers trying to find this last minute toy. And it's just like, mate, just sit your kid down and say, tough shit, you'll get one after Christmas when they're back in stock.
But I was saying to Leanne, actually, when I was watching this, I'm so grateful for Amazon.
Oh, I know, right?
Just stick it on there, order it, 2 days later or next day comes, done. No nipping out to the shops or anything. We've done our Christmas wrapping and presents already. Right?
Oh, you're organised.
Oh yeah, it's the first week in December, mate. You gotta get there. Do you know what I mean? We've done every single item bought online.
Yeah, fuck going to shops. Shops are the devil. They're the devil.
Especially at Christmas time.
The worst thing about going to the shops is probably not going to the shops, but it's going to the shops with my wife. Because the crazy bitch goes into the shop and she'll look at everything. She'll pick up like this kind of monster and she'll look at it. She'll look at it underneath. She'll smell it, taste it, listen to it, like, oh, feel it. And then she'll put it down and move on to the next thing until we've worked our way through the whole shop.
Wait, you're telling me, right, your missus goes around, starts licking items and puts them back?
Basically, yeah. I know if you're watching this, you do it. Be honest with yourself.
So if Erik is missing in action next week, we know why. Did you notice as well, right, during the karate scene?
Yeah.
Right, so to do the karate scene, Howard turns up late because he's been working all day. He's not been like paying attention to the family. That's why he's obviously got to go on the shopping run for the Turbo Man doll. But did you notice when he gets back to the house, he says to Jamie, "Oh, is this your belt?" And he picks up a purple belt. How did Jamie go from wearing a yellow belt, which was at the start of his karate tournament thing, right? So he's gone from a yellow and now he's purple, and he's missed out the blue and orange. He's jumped up 2 belts.
I honestly don't know because I don't know what colour the belt's going. But I thought at first that you were going to say that because he was wearing a yellow belt when he was at his karate contest or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But was he not presented the purple belt? But what, have they missed some belts out?
Yeah, so he was yellow belt in the actual demonstration, and he was doing demonstration for his purple belt. So, I mean, they haven't done the research, have they? Because they missed out 2 belts. It's quite an easy one as well, isn't it, really? You know, I mean, it's not like rocket science. Google what type of belts you have in karate.
Yeah, but to be fair, Google didn't exist back then. So that probably would have been either someone getting off their ass and going down to a fucking library or going to a karate dojo, whatever it is, to ask them what colour belts come. They probably just thought, fuck it, purple sounds good, stick in my purple one, and no one's going to question it until year 2023 when 2 fucking idiots decide to do some podcasts.
Chris Columbus is watching us back now going, bastard.
Yes. No one's picked up on it till now.
And then another thing I picked up on, right, is when Arnie got back to his house, right, he turns around to Liz and goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I missed it. I got a speeding ticket."
Yeah.
He was driving on the hard shoulder. That's not speeding.
Oh, no. Mate, I love that cop. The amount of times I've seen people driving down the hard shoulder, and when he got pulled over, I was like, fucking justice. I know they try and make it out like the cop's being a twat, but good on him. Good on him for fucking stopping him and making him do all that shit, because I bet everyone who was driving past him was just like, that you fucking dickhead. Mate, fuck me, I'd have locked him up right there doing that shit. I hate it when that happens. I don't care if you're fucking late for your kid's shitting little karate contest. Fuck you. Wait in the queue, dickhead.
I think we've hit a nerve here for Erik.
No, but it's nice to see that he's actually got some repercussions for him being an absolute twat. And I'm not being funny. His little kid whining, "Daddy didn't see my karate fucking belt fucking shite thing." Your dad was working, earning some money to fucking pay for Christmas and to pay for this big, massive house you're fucking living in. And all you're sulking because Daddy wasn't there. But next door, Ted, who's clearly banging every fucking mum in the tri-state fucking area.
Did you notice that?
Yeah.
He is Ted the Cougar Slayer.
Mate, all the women there are like, "Oh, thank you for fixing my back door, Ted." And then it's like, and he even says to one of them, doesn't he? she goes, "Oh, will you come and fix me sliding door?" And he's like, "I think I've got a tool for that, baby." And then turns to Liz and is like,
"Sure, I've got just the tool for the job."
And I'm just like, fucking hell.
Oh, God. Even later on as well, don't know when they're outside and having a hot chocolate and stuff with the reindeer. Yeah. One of the women goes over to Ted and said something about it, like in the endo, and the other one just stood right next.
Oh, me.
I've got a leak in the pipe. Can you come over and fix it? I might get stuck in a washing machine.
Might make me a bit wet. But fuck me. He is banging all them fucking housewives there.
He's trying it hard with Liz though, isn't there?
Oh, yeah.
But let's be honest with you, right? There's no chemistry whatsoever, is there, between Liz and Howard?
Well, not that we see, but they don't have many scenes together.
I know, but when they are together, it's like... I'm talking about that, actually. Have you ever seen the end scene after the credits?
What happens there?
That was my initial reaction when I heard about it. I was like, wait a minute, I've seen this film like 20 times.
But there's no
and I never
scene.
knew there was an extra scene after the end credits.
What happens? Can we play it?
Yeah.
Holy shit, there is as well.
It feels really weird watching it though.
Yeah.
Go.
Bit of chemistry.
Howard.
I've been thinking. Everything that you went through today for Jamie really shows how much you love him. And
Oh, we fucking
if you're
should.
willing to go through all of that for him just for a present, well, that makes me wonder.
What?
What did you get me?
Fuck you, Rita Wilson.
So last week, when I first watched it, like the other day, 2 days ago, I never knew that was there. And then I seen somebody saying about it, it's like, end credit? I've watched this film like 20 times.
Yeah.
I never knew it was there. And then when I watched it for the first time, it feels really weird because it's an old film with a scene that you've never seen.
If I was him, I'd turn around and say, how about fucking staying married, bitch? I'm not being funny. Today, I've seen you getting all fucking cuddly with Ted. I've seen you in the car with him, getting fucking finger banged by him, or whatever the fuck was going on. How about staying married to me and having this nice fucking house, you fucking whore? Eh?
Put that cookie down!
Yeah, put that fucking cookie down.
Oh my God. So the film continues, and we have a little bit of a shopping montage for the Turbo Man doll, and a feud between Howard and Myron begins.
Oh, mate.
So,
yeah. Oh.
How many laws are actually broken?
Mate, there's fucking millions of laws. But I was watching this film with my wife, and I kind of wish I hadn't, because that part where he says to her, he says to, he's been to see his kid, and his kid's like, oh, you missed my karate contest. And he's like, well, how can I make it up to you? And he goes, actually, Daddy, I want this Turbo Man doll. And fucking... whiny, 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 moany, 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 moany. So he's like, all right, lad, I'll get you in. What do you want? So he says it to his wife, and his wife goes, you did pick it up, didn't you? Because like I asked you 2 weeks ago. And I was like, oh, this seems very much like real life to me. And then I look at my wife, and my wife's looking at me, and she goes, yeah, this is why you don't ask your husband to do anything. I was like, fuck, what have I forgot now? I felt like I had forgot something. It felt so fucking real.
Have you got your daughter's present yet?
Shit. Oh, thank God it's not Christmas Eve. But yeah, it felt a little bit too close to home, that one. I was like, Jesus. But yeah, there's no way. The thing is, it's teaching kids that mummy and daddy will only love you if they get you the best toy. And it's teaching parents, you're only a good parent if you get them exactly what they want for Christmas.
Yeah, that's a good point, that.
Fuck you, film people. Fuck you.
It's Hollywood though, isn't it? That's what they always do.
Yeah, but he even says it. Even Sinbad says it when they're waiting for the first toy store to open. He says, like, it's just all these billion-dollar companies are advertising to our kids, warping their fragile little minds, trying to, make us parents pay top dollar for these fucking shite toys. And I'm like, fuck that.
Man, where have you been? Don't you watch TV? We are being set up by rich and powerful toy cartels.
Oh, come
now
on.
You got these big fat cats sit there using working class just like me and you. They spend billions of dollars on TV advertisement, and then they sit there and use subliminal messages to suck your children's minds out. And I know what I'm talking about because I went to junior college for a semester and I studied psychology, so I'm right in there. I know what's going on.
But then again, it made an interesting film. Well, not interesting, but entertaining.
So we get to the shopping mall where they're playing bingo to get a Turbo Man.
Oh, that's a bit later on, isn't it? Oh, Jesus. When the...
I've missed... oh my God, I've missed the two really annoying store clerks. Which one of them is doing voice acting now, isn't he? Rick and Morty.
Yeah, so it's Chris Parnell. And when I first seen him, I was like, holy shit, it's a really young Chris Parnell. So he does the voice of Cyril in Archer. He does the voice of Jerry in Rick and Morty. And he's been in some other, like, roles as well. Like, he does voice work. He's done some acting work. I've seen him, like, Brooklyn Nine-Nine and stuff. But a really young him. But I think he was in... I think he was on Saturday Night Live as well for a bit. I'd never really watched Saturday Night Live, but I'm sure I've seen him on it.
It didn't really come over here to the UK, did it? Never got popular over here.
No, not really. But no, I seen him and I was like, fuck me, he looks really young. But you didn't like him, did you?
Well, I'm not going to give any spoilers away for the awards later on, but, you know, this character might be getting named later. Him and his little friend. It was just annoying to go, when he looks at his friend and goes, ha ha ha, he's not trying to get a Turbo Man doll on Christmas Eve. You never go and get one of them. And then the woman chirps up, and then somebody else chirps up. I thought, I'd punch him.
Excuse me. Yes? I'm trying to find a Turbo Man doll. What did I say? These guys are looking for a Turbo Man? A Turbo Man doll, yes. They're looking for Turbo Man.
Hey, everybody! These two are looking for a Turbo Man!
Shut up, man.
Make him look like a right twat. The thing is as well, do you see when Sinbad knocks him down, he says, because he say, oh, a woman just left, she just bought the last one. Yeah. She's just left now. And then Sinbad knocks him down and he gets that remote control car. I'm not being funny. The remote control car drives off and goes around the corner. Yeah, he manages to turn it round perfectly and go after Sinbad. I'm like, how's he doing that shit?
And then when he actually trips him up with the car, how does he know he's tripped him up when he's outside?
You tell me.
Because
I don't fucking know.
I got him.
Fucking yes. And then when he chases after the woman, and it's a bit of an overreaction from the woman. What if there was like something wrong with a car or something? All she does, she looks in the mirror and sees some guy going, hey lady, and she goes, ooh, fucking drives off as fast as she can. I'm like,
I'm not being funny, right? If I seen a 6'2"
Austrian
built like
bodybuilder,
a shit brick house, mate, running at me, wait, lady, wait. Yeah, I'm putting my foot down. I'm gone, mate. He's going with lifting the back of my car like fucking Terminator to get that doll out the back. And what would they do as well when they find her? Do you know what I mean? Or they go like smash through the window, grab the doll and like run off with it?
Sinbad probably would. I mean, he does worse things in this.
Well, yeah, we'll see that later on, don't we?
I love it when they're at the first toy store though, and they all barge through, and that the guy who opens the doors is laying on the floor and he has boot prints on his face and shit. It does remind me though of like when you see them Black Friday scenes from America and shit, when all the shoppers are like barging their way through and throwing people into like shelving and stuff like that, and it's like fucking madness.
It's crazy. I'm so glad I've never been anything like that. Because the thing is, well, right, they advertise these TVs like, oh, it's a great price for $600. You can get them now. It was $600 fucking last year. Then they put it up to $680 and then drop it back down to $600, saying there's a good deal for Black Friday. And everyone's like, oh my God, yeah, I need a new TV. Why?
I know, right? It's fucking bollocks. It's always fucking bollocks. You never get a good deal. Never.
Nah, you never do, mate. It's sort of con, innit?
Did you love, I loved as well that, I don't know if you might have missed it, but do you know during like the montage when he's coming through all like, it's got like the neon signs with toys and all that shit. On one of them, when he comes out of a toy shop and he does his little dad run. You know what I mean by a dad run? Just like a little, like a half run, half jog. And he's just doing that through the snow. I've wound that back a few times and I was like, fucking hell, Arnie doing a dad run.
It's pretty much like one of them runs when you come to a zebra crossing and the car stops. And then, like, you put your arm a little bit closer to your body and pretend to jog a little bit over. You're not going any faster. No. You're just, like, making yourself look like you're going faster.
It gives the person in the car the appearance that you're going, you know, you're not just dawdling, but actually, you may as well have just walked.
Yeah.
All you're really doing is, I don't know, holding your nipples or something. Running across the stairs. But no, someone needs to have a word with Ted, though. Where's that fucker getting a reindeer from? Where do you even buy a fucking reindeer? Can you buy a reindeer? Maybe in America, but I never like looked in a magazine or gone to a fucking pet shop and seen a reindeer for sale.
Yeah, and this is another scene as well where you can tell it's not actually Christmas, not like the winter times, because you can tell it's filmed in the summer because the reindeer itself still had fur on its antlers.
Oh, it's still got its velvet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it loses the velvet when it comes to the winter time.
Yeah, because that's one of the things I read when that a lot of it was filmed in Minneapolis in the summer. So like during the
May heat wave.
Yeah. So like they're all there having to wear massive jackets and hats and stuff to try give the appearance of winter, but actually it was fucking hot as balls. Because you can see that you don't see any breath or anything, do you?
Yeah, there's not actually, yeah.
No?
There's
Even
snow everywhere, but there's no breath, yeah. Well, here's an interesting fact as well. So the scene at the end was actually based and filmed in the Universal Studios. So that's why they had access to all the other characters like Sonic and Mario and all that stuff from different films and props that they got. But also, because it was that hot, because it was a May heat wave, Arnold Schwarzenegger had to have like a cooling vest on underneath the suit.
Oh, is this a parade scene?
Yeah.
At the end, yeah.
So the whole parade bit was all filmed in Universal Studio grounds in LA. Imagine how hot that was.
I know. Just going back to Ted, though, how he's not been fucking murdered by either one of the fathers or Howard himself. My fucking God. I mean, he gets home, doesn't he, and he's putting Christmas lights up.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing on my roof? I wouldn't have been as nice as that. I'd have been like, what the fuck are you doing on my fucking roof? Get the fuck down. And he'd go, oh, well, I noticed you've not put your lights up. Yeah, because I didn't want the fucking lights up, you tit. If I wanted fucking lights up, I'd have done it myself. I'm working hard for me family. I'm putting a roof over the head. I've got a whiny fucking brat of a kid upstairs. You keep trying to bang me fucking missus, and now you're on me roof putting fucking lights up. Are you mad? Get home and sort your fucking reindeer out, you little twat.
Eric likes this film, you can tell.
Yeah, it's a good film. Yeah.
Have you got issues in real life you need to talk about?
No, not really. I just think that everyone just gives this Ted a free pass, but he's just a slimy fucking little arsehole.
Yeah, he is.
I hate people like that. Fucking winds me up.
I can tell.
Coming over all fucking smug. And then his kid as well. Like, did you see when they go into his house? Because later on, he comes home, doesn't he? And he sees Ted putting his star on the tree.
Yeah,
and it looks like him and his missus, him and Liz are getting cozy when they're actually not. But that's what it looks like from the front. So he goes into the house and he has like, the fucker has like a nativity scene pretty much in his house with like, what are they, like mannequins of like Jesus and the fucking...
Yeah, I thought they're like wooden or something, like wooden ones.
I don't know what they were, but who the fuck's putting them up in their house? Who are you doing this for? Your kid? Your kid's not asked about fucking having... I don't even know what they were. What were they like? Fucking...
Nativity set.
Yeah, next to your fireplace. I'm glad Howard burned that shit down. Fuck me. You doing it for, mate? Who are you doing it for? A lot of work to try and bang some fucking desperate housewives.
I'll say it. So after the montage, we go to the shopping mall where they start playing bingo.
Oh, fucking
There's got to
Mall of
be
America.
easier ways to do that. No, instead of using like bouncy balls and stuff, why don't you give it like raffle tickets or something? Because then balls just go everywhere, don't they?
Mate, that motherfucker. If I was working in that shop and all them people were there, you could tell that like some of them were shitting themselves. I'd have been shitting myself, but I love that he had that little microphone thing around his neck, and that's what he was using, that toy microphone. And he's like, and by the laws of supply and demand, we're now raising the price to like triple or something like that.
Yeah, everyone's kicking off about it on the...
Fuck me, this is America, mate. You know some of them might be fucking armed, right?
Right.
Mate, I wouldn't... Christmas Eve, oh my God, no, you really fucking wouldn't. You just wouldn't stand in front of all them people and say, we've got some fucking bounty balls here. And they don't really explain the rules properly either. What is it, everyone who gets a bounty ball gets one, or is it that they call a particular colour? And then they just end up throwing them, don't they? Throwing them into the crowd. And then it just goes fucking mayhem.
And that kid takes it. I don't know if it's a girl or a boy. It looks like... The poor kid, though, it looks like you got a cooking bowl stuck on his head and cut her hair.
Oh, no. Mate, that kid looked about 15, but they were treating it like it was like 2. And now Arnie got all the way through that fucking climbing frame. I've been on shitting climbing frames like that, and I couldn't fit through, let alone a fucking 6'2" fucking bodybuilder. And I was, as he was going through it all, like, I was thinking, you couldn't do that this day and age because you'd end up on some kind of fucking register.
Well, saying that, the mums start attacking him, don't they?
I was going to say, He got away easy with that one.
It could have been a lot worse in 2023, that's for sure, isn't it?
Especially when he stood in front of a little girl asking, well, even using the word balls in front of a little girl.
Get my ball out your mouth, little girl.
Exactly. My balls are in your mouth. I want my balls back. I can't do Arnie's accent.
Was that your Arnold Schwarzenegger impression?
That was my Indian Arnie, maybe? I don't know. Every accent I do tends to go Indian. I don't know how I can't do it, mate.
Go on, do a quote.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Bollywood Arnie.
Go on, do yours then, Mr. Big Man.
I'll put me on the spot now. Get into the chopper. Oh no.
Okay.
He does that a lot.
Well, vote in the comments whose was better, Eric's or Darren.
Well, I'm going off Total Recall, Arnie.
Yeah.
When he gets his finger and says, like, get off me.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know when he has like the things in his neck? Starts
All
fighting
I
and
remember
runs off.
from Total Recall was the three-titted bird.
Yes. So this is when we meet the two Santas. Oh, Santa and the elf, anyway.
Our Jim Belushi.
Yeah. And the elf shows a picture of him with a Polaroid picture with the date.
Of the Turbo Man toy, you know.
Like a kidnapped victim.
Yeah, like he's holding it hostage.
So then they go off into the warehouse where we meet all the other Santas to start having a little bit of a fight because Arnie figures out it's a Spanish one, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, and it's broken. It's like, no, don't open it. Don't. Oh, some assembly required. That Santa fight scene, though, when he starts twatting all the fucking Santas.
Here's one for you. So, who made an appearance in this? I don't know if you noticed, like special cameos. Vern Troyer. That's one of his first films, he went on to do Mini-Me like after. He got punched right across there, didn't he? He went flying. When
he punches Jim Belushi's character, and he literally goes, right on his head, and straight over. Oh no, he doesn't punch him. He pulls the beard back, doesn't he?
Yeah, actually, how hard did he hit with that beard?
No, smacks him, and he literally.
He's like upright, going backwards, but it's like a bowling ball pin type thing, isn't it? Just bouncing. It's really weird, wasn't it? And then do you know who the giant Santa is?
No, I didn't clock on to who that was.
So it's a WWF wrestler, Big Show.
I know who that is.
Oh, well, it's the Big Show. Still don't know it.
Never watched it.
So wrestling fans out there will know who the Big Show is. So yeah, he makes an appearance, and that is who the big giant Santa is. Yeah, but if you think about the size height difference,
yes,
do you know what I mean, between him and him, the Big Show is like 6'8" or might be 7'2".
Yeah. Because I was thinking either that's some good trick photography or that guy is fucking massive.
Yeah, he's generally that big.
Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention is, you know, when the bouncy ball scene?
Yeah.
When they all pile on top of Sinbad. Did you hear what he was saying?
No, what?
He's going, Rodney King! Rodney King!
A little bit of reference there.
Apparently, though, he improvised a lot of his lines in this.
I believe so, yeah.
And Arnie did as well when interacting with Sinbad. They kind of were doing a lot of improv between them.
Yeah, and that doll, do you know when they're in the diner?
Yeah.
It starts talking about a doll when he was a kid that he wanted to try and get and stuff, but he never got it. And that's why he wants to get his son, the Turbo Man doll. Yeah. But the doll that he's talking about was based on a real-life action figure.
Oh, yeah, it was, yeah.
I remember one Christmas I wanted this one special toy, Johnny 7 OMA gun. Remember those, don't you?
No.
I still remember the commercial like it was yesterday. 2 kids playing out in the backyard. Johnny to Peter, enemy sighted. Roger there, open fire. And then Johnny would whip out his Johnny 7 OMA one-man army gun. 7 guns in one.
Because he's saying his dad never got him it, and then he has this little image of his son in the postman costume that Sinbad's wearing, having a drink of, what was it, whiskey or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I know that I read that was a real toy that they were going on about. But did you? Oh, when before they're in the diner, when he rings home, doesn't he? And we cut to the family outside stroking the reindeer, and Ted's son says, "I've called him Ted after me, Dad. The reindeer is now called Ted."
It did get me that bit.
And when he goes into the house to answer the phone, and Arnie's ringing home, like, and he goes, "Put your mum on the phone." Oh, she's just next door stroking Ted.
Hi, Dad. I knew you'd call.
Hey, listen. Let me talk to your mother.
You can't.
Why not?
She's next door petting Ted.
She's what?
That got me as well.
That's what I mean. At the end of this film, how she's still fucking married to him, I don't know. She must have had some explaining to do. But then again, so would he.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, fucking that kid. He can't act for shit. He's just a constant whining little fucking...
A little bit spoiled, to say the least, isn't it?
Adoption, mate. That's all I can say. If that was my kid, adoption. Or locked away somewhere. Going on at his dad. Oh, you never turn up.
Oh my God. I did not expect this film to set you off so much.
I like this film. It's good. I just don't like that kid.
Hey, I know, mate. It makes me laugh. It's like we're saying with the Independence all over again. So if you've not seen the Independence one of us that we did.
Independence Day.
Yeah. So the one we did of that. You had a little bit of rant on that one, didn't you?
Yeah, there was quite a few rants in, but well deserved.
Well deserved indeed, because that was a terrible film, that. Absolutely terrible. But that was like episode 1 or 2 anyway. If you want to go back and watch that, it is available on YouTube and also Spotify.
Yeah, that was episode 1. But then the radio contest. So they're in the diner, aren't they? Down on the luck. And then it comes on the radio. Oh, we've got a turbo man. If you just answer this question, name all of Santa's reindeers. So they're fighting over the phone. They break the phone to decide. The guy in the in the diner says, "Oh, the radio station's only around the corner." So they run round there, and then they basically break into this guy's studio.
Where was the security?
I know. And then Sinbad pretends to has a fucking bomb. I just love though when he says he pulls a package out and he goes, "Do you know how many bombs go through the mail system every day? I just kept one just in case."
Just in case they needed a turbo doll.
I got this!
Now what's that?
This, Master Trackstar, is a homemade explosive device.
A bomb?
Yes, in layman's terms, a bomb. So back up.
You built a bomb?
No, I didn't have to build a bomb. Don't you read the news? Hundreds of these things come through the mail every day. I just kept one in case I ever needed it.
He keeps a bomb, yeah. No one just thought to say, "No, you never, mate." And then
It does make me laugh about that, honestly.
But to get a bit all serious, like, so then just after this, the police arrive and they're trying to Arnie tries to get away, he gets caught. Sinbad's trying to get away, he gets caught. They got the guns pointed at him, and he tries the same thing with the package, saying this is a bomb. And they end up leaving it there, and they both get away. And then as they're walking off, they hear a fucking explosion, and not one of them turns around to think, "Fuck me, we just actually bombed about 10 policemen, a fucking radio studio, God knows who else was about," but they're just like, whoops.
It did make me laugh as well, that scene. It's because the copper actually walks over to it, picks it up and goes, "Don't worry, son, I've got 10 years experience in the bomb squad." Start shaking the parcels. If you got 10 years experience, right, you're not going to pick it up, a suspected bomb, start shaking it around, undoes it, blows up, and then it cuts back to the copper, and it's like something out of a cartoon. I was expecting Daffy Duck when he has the beak and the back of his head. He's just covered in black soot from the explosion. His uniform's just like a little bit of a tatters on it. But the thing is as well, right? They was outside. They heard the explosion and felt it rock, yeah? But they go inside. None of the other police officers were like 2 feet away from it.
Oh, no.
I've got any scratches or anything.
It's like he's took the brunt of it. I know it's like, obviously it's supposed to be a kid's film, but fuck me, messing about with bombs and shit. But like you say, none of them are hurt, but thank fucking God.
Yeah.
Sinbad's going to be on like the FBI fucking most wanted now.
Definitely.
Bombed a radio studio after a Turbo Man doll.
Attempted murder on 12 police officers.
Yeah. And it just happens to be the same copper that pulled Arnie over at the beginning.
Yeah.
I don't like that they're trying to make him look like a bit of a dickhead, because, like I said at the beginning, he was well within his rights to pull that prick over for fucking driving down the hard shoulder.
Yeah.
Worse than a bomb in that shit. And the way they just fuck off after the explosion, not even going back, don't even give a minute to go back to see if anyone's hurt or anything. But yeah, anyway.
That's it. And that's when we actually come to the next scene, is where Howard's turned up. Ted's putting a tree up, that star on the tree.
Yeah.
Which, you know what I mean? Again, you would have been in there straight away, wouldn't you? Knocking him out. But then he realises Ted has actually got a turbo doll underneath his tree.
Yeah.
So he goes in there, doesn't he? Sneaky.
I don't know what they use for locks on doors in America, but I've always wanted to know, how does that credit card trick work? Because he puts a credit card in and opens the door. And it's like, how does this work in real life? I don't get how it works. where it came from originally. It seems to be like a film cliche, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I'll be honest with you. One of my friends that I used to go to school with, Jim, what he used to do, he never used to carry his keys around and stuff, and he used to have a card like hidden. And what he used to do, he used to shimmy the lock to his front door. And there's only one type of lock where it does it. You know the little locks what are in the on the door, like when you pull the door shut, it like locks itself like a deadlock type thing.
Yeah, like most locks.
Yeah, because the way it's shaped, the actual mechanism, you can stick the card in and then you can like push it back in.
Right.
But the door has got to be flush. We have a lot of doors these days. You got like the door frame it sticks in a little bit from the door.
Oh, he's like kind of overlaps it a bit.
Yeah. So you can't do that.
You can't do it. Right. Because I just seen him doing it, giving it a little wiggle, and I'm like, it's like in most films up until like, well, probably most recently, and it's just like, are we gonna get in this door? Oh, credit card. No, just give it a little wiggle.
Yeah, so it can be done. Yeah, I was like,
I'll take your word for it.
I've seen it done before.
Personally, I'm calling bullshit, but yeah.
That was his own house, by the way. It wasn't breaking into one of his neighbours or anything.
Yeah.
So he goes into Ted's house, tries to steal the Turbo Man doll, and then punches another animal. Right. The reason why I say he punches another animal, because believe it or not, Arnold Schwarzenegger, right, has punched more animals on screen than any other actor. This includes 2 dogs from True Lies when they jump up, smashes their heads together. He does punches 2 camels in Conan, a bear in a different film, and a reindeer in this one.
When does he punch a bear?
I can't remember what film it is, but he's done it in one of them.
That guy loves punching animals. Jesus
Honestly,
Christ.
Conan punches 2 of them.
Let's be fair though. That fucking reindeer deserved it. That reindeer had beef on him. I don't know what it was. I don't know what Ted had been whispering into little Ted's ear, just like that. There he is. I want to bang his wife. Go on, just like fucking finish him off for me. Stick one of your antlers in there. You know, fucking Merry Christmas and all that.
Yeah.
But that reindeer does not like him.
Oh, no, it was on one, wasn't it? You know what I mean?
He needed knocking the fuck out. Well, I'm glad they made up at the end because they managed to share the beer together, didn't they? They had a beer around the back, you know. But the other thing I noticed as well, right? How long is this day? I mean, it's supposed to be Christmas, so December in the Northern Hemisphere. It's cold enough to have snow. So you're only looking like a few hours of daylight. But it seems to go on for fucking ever.
And they are going to a parade. And I think the parade, averagely, is between like 3 and 4 o'clock, isn't it, to start?
Yeah, but even then, it's got to be going dark by that point. But it's still like...
so it's probably early in that then, isn't it?
Well, by the time they go to the parade, I know obviously he filmed it in the summer, but in the film, it's supposed to be, later on in the day, because by this point, he's gone round about 20,000 different fucking toy shops. He's had his car broken into, tyres robbed, interior robbed, towed home. Like, that's got to... Christmas Eve, he's got to have been waiting a while for the tow truck to come. I'm not being funny. They've been to a radio station, they've blown the fucking place up. He's done one from the cops. What else has happened? He's been home a few times. He's seen his missus getting fingered by Ted. He's had a few phone calls where like Ted was nibbling on his missus's biscuits and all this shit. And then they get to the parade and it's like, what, 1 o'clock in the afternoon?
Put that cookie down!
That cookie down! They're my cookies! But yeah, it's like...
You're right. It's a long day, isn't it?
It's a long winter day. And then we get to the parade scene. Now, straight off the bat, the parade scene, I must warn you, goes a bit cartoony.
Yeah, that's the best way to describe it, isn't it? Because some of the stuff happens.
It goes out there.
They try to make it comical in a way, isn't it?
By this point, we've been on kind of the fence with the realism thing, you know, excusing the bomb, which killed no one. It starts to get a little wacky at this point.
That's an understatement.
It starts with... So Howard gets caught in Ted's house. So then, as an example, his missus says to Ted, will you take me to the parade? So then they go into the parade and then they pull up to try and find somewhere to park. And the kids say, Dad, because Ted's kid's in the car with him, goes, Dad, can we just wait here and you go and find somewhere to park? I'm like, only in the fucking 90s. You wouldn't do that nowadays. Your kids would be gone by the time you got there.
Yeah.
You fucking mad. Let 2 kids out in the middle of a fucking crowded parade, unaccompanied. Most unrealistic thing in this film, I'm sorry. Roll credits.
Yeah, so...
Them kids are kidnapped.
So Ted tries it on with Liz, doesn't he, at this point? Yeah. And he gets a face full of her muck then.
Bit of Non-alcoholic eggnog.
That's what it is, an eggnog.
Yeah. So it just so happens Arnie's running up doing his dad run up to the car. And then Ted's trying it on with his missus. And obviously, again, he can't hear what's actually being said from her side. But from what he's watching, like earlier when they're putting the star on the Christmas tree, it looks like they're getting all close. And he's like...
Right, but the thing is, right, if you see that in real life, you wouldn't carry on doing the other thing you're doing. You would stop what you're doing and going over to that car and seeing your missus, wouldn't you?
Mate, Ted would have been dragged out of that car and I would have beat him to death right there on the spot.
That's it. Arnie does nothing. He sees it all and goes, oh well, shrugs his shoulders and carries on doing what he was doing.
No, I know what it was. He does go to run over, but he runs into that cop again, doesn't he? And spills his coffee all over him.
Yeah, but still, though, when you run away, though, I suppose, because that's when he is running away.
Mate,
he runs into the warehouse.
While the copper was on the floor, I'd have robbed his gun and shot Ted.
Yes, we skip over now, don't we, to the next scene where Arnie's on the run from the police officer and he runs straight into the production warehouse out of every other room. Yeah. He gets swamped by the production team and it happens to have the suit which exactly fits someone who's 6'2" and 265 pounds, a bodybuilder.
The thing is, he walks in as well and he's like, they're like, oh, we're glad you managed to step in at the last minute. Did you get the instructions to the fucking jetpack? And it's like, you're not going to let this guy have a fucking test run. I mean, they're talking there about the last guy who fucking...
I was about to say that.
Isn't like a fucking hospital or something, and they're saying that he's showing brain activity or something. I mean, fucking hell, you'd at least let him have a fucking test run first. I mean, they're after fucking turds. Why didn't Arnie at just any point just say, stop, guys, I'm not the guy you're after. These are not the droids you're fucking looking for. You know what I mean? It's like, fucking say something, man.
Yeah, it's the other 6'2" bodybuilder Austrian guy. Do you know what I mean? It's not me.
That's what I mean. And then they put him in the suit, and then all of a sudden he appears coming out of the fucking float, and he's somehow surprised that he's on the float, even though he's just seeing a guy dressed as that fucking dog. They've obviously all he need to do is look down and see what fucking suit he's in. I mean, come on.
Oh, when he starts waving?
Mate, it's like the first time he's ever waved in his life. It's like, huh? The guy's like waving the kids and he's like, huh? Oh, I can wave. Wow, this is easy.
Yeah, and then the news person who's doing like the commentary about it goes, this is the point now. He gets to pick one lucky child out of the audience. So he can go nonsense in his spacesuit.
But he takes fucking ages. He's like, where's my fucking kid? Where is he? Jamie!
I say you got the little fat kid next to him. He's like, no, he's picking me. And he goes, Jamie, get into the chopper.
Put that cookie down.
Yeah, so he picks him. Jamie goes on the stage, and then we get another criminal act.
From Myron, yeah.
Yeah, from Myron, which is like a list longer than your arm and then back again. He's just kidnapped some guy on the roof and like tied him up in God knows what, like tinsel. How strong is that tinsel?
Oh, I know. Right, but the fact that Myron kind of clocks him and sees that he's fucking Turbo Man, yet his family are there and don't recognise him. He's only known him for like an hour.
That's a good point.
I know. How did he not tell it to him? All he's got is a fucking helmet on and a little visor. I mean, how many other 6'2" fucking bodybuilders with an Austrian accent do you fucking know in this town?
Well, it's the voice changer.
Fucking hell.
Which doesn't change anything.
It doesn't. No, it really doesn't.
Makes his voice to like 2 decibels deeper.
And then he pulls out the fucking jetpack, and I'm not being funny. Jetpack, they don't fucking exist for a reason. Not to mention the amount of time he's fucking flying around with him. And how much do you reckon this fucker weighs?
And for them wings, like 9 inches on either side of his shoulders. As if that is going to have enough power to thrust him up in the end. And before we get to that bit, right? We're missing a point here, right?
Yeah,
Myron does some magic to it with a hand where he fires his fist, his whole hand comes apart from his body, punches Arnie in the face, and then comes straight back to his hand.
I know. What? It's some... For a little fucking show for a parade, they've got some military style fucking tech going on in these suits. I mean, like you say, somehow his fucking hands flew up and smacked Arnie in the face. Yeah. Not to mention the fucking working jetpack. I mean...
Oh my God. And the characters straight from the Power Rangers what come out and start beating them up.
The fucking Power Ranger guys.
It's part of the act. Keep getting him.
if you forgot the choreography, and it's like, fucking
I've got it right. It did make me laugh though, right? When Booster fell off the stage, and all the kids just run over and start kicking him in the nuts.
Yeah. Fuck Booster. What's his name? Brewster.
Yeah.
Booster. Fuck Booster. But my God. And then fucking Sinbad goes and fucking kidnaps his kid. So he goes on a fly around the fucking city in the jetpack.
That's another charge.
Yeah. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ.
And then, like you say, as he's flying around in the jetpack, he goes through a family's, like, who are having a Thanksgiving dinner or something. Goes from one room to another, straight through it. And then goes head first into a building block. He's like,
that's the fuck.
Right?
And he's fucking.
His head not been snapped off like that, and then he flies downwards.
Oh no, but it's fine though, because when he's flying down, he turns the jetpack off to slow him down, and then he smashes onto his back. Fuck off, you'd be dead.
To be fair, all right, he has got quite a thick neck, hasn't he? I mean, it's kind of like when you think about it, he's kind of done a Chuck Norris. No, if you put Chuck Norris in there, it's not gravity what will get hurt, it's the floor. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Fucking hell.
So if Chuck Norris falls out of a building, it won't be Chuck Norris that gets hurt, it's the floor.
It'd be the floor, yeah. Fuck me, it's like, but the CGI as well on when he's flying about is just so fucking shit. I mean, even for the time, it was like,
bad. Especially when he hits into that banner, starts flying around in circles.
Yeah. Fucking wank. And then somehow, for some reason, that stupid, fucking horrible fucking kid fucking runs up onto a roof, and fucking Myron chases him up there, and then somehow he ends up on that fucking thing that falls over. Why is it like the Christmas tree?
Oh, yeah, it's a big Christmas tree, isn't it, on lights?
Yeah. And then he's dangling from it, and every fucking person in the crowd thinks it's a fucking show. Even that copper as well says to his mum, "Oh, your son's in the show, you must be so fucking proud." She's like, "My son's not in the show." And that copper's like,
to do with it.
"Oh, all right then." It's just fucking shite. But no, to be honest, the film up until this point had been quite good, and then they kind of just went fucking cartoony with it. Just fucking went wacky as fuck. All this military fucking tech in this for this parade. Not to mention the parade was filmed in the summer as well, so all the extras there must have been fucking roasted.
Yeah, that's it. You can see the heat, can't you? Just like scorching summer's day.
Yeah.
And like I said, I believe it was filmed in May time as well, and it was meant to be in a heat wave at that time. But yet they're trying to convince us it's in the middle of the winter.
I know. I'd hate to have been an extra on that set that day.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Arnie
nice.
must have been fucking roasting in that suit.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then when he lands with the kid, and then his wife's like, oh, how do you know who he is and all this shit? And it's like, can you not see it's fucking Arnold fucking Schwarzenegger in there? It's your fucking husband who you see every day. How are you not recognizing this motherfucker? I mean, that's what drives me fucking mad.
That's what I mean. It's like with Batman, at least his face is majority covered, but with Turbo Man, you see through visor. It's not like covering his face properly.
It's like the whole Superman thing with Clark Kent. It's like, if I take my glasses off now, do I suddenly look so different that you wouldn't recognize me?
Erik? Erik? Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I wonder where you went there.
It's just fucking daft. But that pretty much finalizes the film. And other than what's his face from next door sees him as Turbo Man and fucking does one. And it's like, do you actually think Turbo Man exists?
Yeah, shit himself, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
I'll get out of here. I've been trying to rape his wife.
Jesus Christ.
Should we get onto the awards?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you want to play along with us on this one, guys, you can contact us by
email at 6andbelowpodcast@gmail.com, or you can comment below, and we'd appreciate a like if you enjoyed this video. And if you could be ever so kind to subscribe as well, that'd be amazing.
If you want to play along, the awards that we give out for each film are the following. We have the best actor, the worst actor, best character, worst character, and 3 things you liked about the film, along with your personal rating out of 10 for that film. So let us know down below in the comments or drop us an email. So starting off is the best actor award.
Yeah, that's right. You better walk away. Go on, walk away, because I'm going to burn this motherfucker down. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Great film and a great actor.
Yep.
Who would you give the King Kong award to?
Sinbad.
Yeah,
He was great comic relief. He just everything about him was just funny. That guy just did not give a fuck.
No, do you know what? He played it really well.
He played it really well, yeah.
I agree with that, and I'd go for the same for that.
I was going to say it's a shame you don't see him in much anymore because I enjoyed him back in the 90s.
Died off, hasn't it? He's been in a couple of films, hasn't it? But
he had a bit of a stint in American Dad. Do you ever watch that?
No, not too much.
So he was in that as kind of like a bit of a cameo in there as well on a few episodes.
Yeah, the next award is the Steven Seagal Award.
I'm gonna take you to the bank, Senator Trent. To the blood bank.
The Mr. Whisperer himself.
What an absolute twat. Worst actor. The kid. Hands down. Fucking Jamie. He's fucking the whiniest little fucking shite of a child and he can't act. All his scenes are, but Dad, I'm such a whiny little fuck. Oh, I just want to, yeah, go on.
Eric don't like kids, especially child actors.
I don't mind child actors. Just that one. It was just whiny in every scene. His voice just grated on me.
Yeah, it did have an annoying voice.
He just can't act.
I've actually gone for, it's a joint award, to be honest with you, because it's the two shop workers when they first go to the shopping mall. Not the shopping mall, sorry, the toy store. Opens at 9 o'clock and they're going, oh, he's after a Turbo Man doll. Have you not got it? Oh, it just done me head in. It really annoyed me.
Oh, you can't give it to Chris Parnell.
It's one of his first acting roles, and you can tell.
Worse than the kid, though.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I thought so. Best character.
Ooh. Again, Sinbad.
Yeah, Sinbad. Same as well.
Comic relief, just funny in every scene. The bits with the bombs and shit. It just cracks me up. Because I kept one just in case. It's like, fucking hell.
It was great, that wasn't
and
it?
the fact that he apparently improvised a lot of his lines as well, which is really good. It just shows how actual funny he is.
Yeah. He does stand on comedian as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, 3 things you liked about the film.
So I'd say I like the bit where he punches the reindeer.
Oh my god!
I thought the ending was a bit cheesy, so I can't really choose any from that. I like the kind of the bomb scene and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I thought the pacing of the film was good as well.
Mine is the chemistry between Sinbad and Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
You have good, the bounce-off sheets are really good. The rivalry is funny as well when they're doing things.
Yeah.
A lot of good scenes together. Like you say, my second favourite is the bomb scene as well. Or the whole radio station scene, I'll say. Just like really good as well. Especially when it blows up and they both run outside and go, oh, it might have been a real bomb, that. I quite like. And I'll be honest with you, I quite enjoyed the end scene when they had a bit of a battle on top of the float.
I don't know. I just thought that was all a bit cartoony, me.
No, not the whole scene. Well, the whole thing that happened, but just the main scene is when Sinbad comes down. He's dressed up as a Dementor, and there's like obviously his fist comes off, hits Arnold in the face, and that the fighting each on the float, and then Booster gets kicked into the crowd, and the kids just kick the shit out of him. That scene, I like that bit. It started going a bit too cartoony when it was like the chase, wasn't it?
It starts flying about. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that it went a bit downhill from that. But
I'll give you that.
Okay, your personal rating.
Ooh, 6.5.
Yeah, I'll go for 6.5 as well. 6.5. It's quite a solid one there. Right, okay, shall we stick it onto the wall then?
Yeah, go for it.
So we have 3 different categories. Let us know down below in the comments section, or you could drop us an email. Whereabouts would you put this film? So we have 3 different categories. One to skip, worth a watch, and a must-see movie.
Well, it's definitely not one to skip.
No.
It's definitely worth a watch.
Yeah.
But I would say Christmas time, it's probably going to have to be a must-see movie. What do you think?
I agree 100%. If you've never seen this film before, it is definitely worth a watch. And also, it's a must-see. It really is. If you've never seen it before, you got to watch it. It's a perfect film to watch on a build-up towards Christmas. So you don't watch it on Christmas Eve. It's probably like the first 2 weeks or so in December to try and start getting you into the Christmas mood.
Plus, this film is likely going to remind you that if there's a present out there that you forgot to get your bratty little shit at home, you can nip out and get it before Christmas Eve, and you end up running around like a dickhead like Howard did, and running down the hard shoulder and missing your kids' karate contests and getting pulled over by police, the little policeman who you abuse throughout the whole film. It'll avoid you having to, to bomb a radio station, to dress up in your in your fucking Action Man suit, or whatever it was, and fly around on a parade. You know, it'll avoid all that. So get the film watched.
And especially avoid your wife getting banged by your next door neighbour.
Exactly. Nibbling on a fucking cookies. The thing is, after all this, they've still got to live next door to that fucker.
Nothing was said as well at the end.
Nothing was fucking said. He's going to live next door. So far, he's tried about 5 occasions to bang your wife. You broke into his house. He's been on your fucking roof. He's put your lights up. You've attacked his reindeer. You've burnt his house down. I don't know, actually. Are they pretty even? I think maybe he should backhand his kid. I don't know. I reckon he should be able to backhand little Johnny just to kind of make it even a bit.
Supposedly as well, Ted makes a little bit of a quote to Howard. When Howard messes up first, he turns around and says to him, "You can't bench press your way out of this."
Yeah.
Supposedly that's meant to be a little bit of like a little nod to Arnie being Mr. Olympia and stuff.
Because I noticed in this, the clothes they put him in and stuff like that, they're kind of trying to hide his muscleness. Like, even when he's getting into bed near the beginning with his wife, he has like a baggy t-shirt on. They did a similar thing in like True Lies as well.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, when they're trying to make him look less like he's a bodybuilder. Because it does make you wonder, like, at what point does he get a chance to go to the gym when he can't even make it to his son's karate contest? Maybe that's it. Maybe he was just at the gym all the fucking time.
Probably, yeah. But the only thing you actually see him do exercise-wise was at the start when he was on the phone. He has one of them like little grip things.
Well, that's it.
That's it. That's how you get like, you know, as big as what you are. You don't need to do powerlifting or bench pressing. Get one of them little grips in your hand. That's it. Done.
There you were. You know.
Right. You ready to wrap it up?
Like Arnie. So once again, if you enjoyed this episode of 6 and Below Movie Podcast, please give us a like, subscribe. We need to get them subscriber numbers up, guy. Please share. Who do we share it with?
Share it to your nan.
Share it to your nan. Especially at Christmas. Get it shared. In fact, download a copy, stick it on a USB stick, wrap it up, give it to your nan for Christmas.
She'd love this episode.
She would fucking love it. We even put these hats on for her. These are for your nan. Get it watched. Get it shared. Get it liked. Get it subscribed.
Oh, by the way, before we do go, what is next week's episode? Because it is Christmas month still. We are staying in the Christmas theme.
Fred Claus.
That's right, Fred Claus.
Vince fucking Vaughn. Stay tuned.
Now, if you think Erik had a rant about little Anakin Skywalker in this one, wait until he talks about Vince Vaughn next week, because he's got a special place in his heart. Bye for now.